Hey, have you seen Airbnb's new product release? Oh yeah, they made this massive announcement about it and all they did was add like some more filters to the product. I mean, yes, to the end user, it kind of just looks like they added some filters, but it was probably a lot of complex work and sifting through and organizing a lot of data. Yeah, sure, whatever. I just thought it was way overhyped. In case you haven't seen, Airbnb did release a new product update last month and it was meant to be their biggest release in more than a decade. They have made searching for a property way more flexible by adding 56 new categories for filtering. But the overall sentiment from the market is, oh, you just added categories and you did this big shiny release, like that's it. Now, I do not work at Airbnb and by no means am I an engineer, but I wanted to share some thoughts on how something that is so simple, and it should be to the end user, can actually be really complex and time consuming to build. I did a similar video a while ago on building Slack notifications and you guys loved it, so here is a similar example. So Airbnb added 56 new categories when searching for a property, and I think before that they only had a handful. And they actually provided a brief overview of how they have achieved this. So they analyzed millions of homes using machine learning. They analyzed titles, descriptions, photos. They looked at structured data from hosts and reviews from guests. There was some hand-picked curation and some quality assurance, blah, 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 blah. And then I found this post on LinkedIn, again, not by someone who works at Airbnb, but someone who's also observing this from the outside as a product person. I think a lot of product people can relate because we probably all have customers who are like, you took that long to release that. Anyway, he goes on to kind of explain that because the concept of filters already exists and users can already see filters as they are today, but it's the effort of figuring out what actually goes into those filters, the data, the content, that actually takes the most work that most people don't see. So the effort at arriving at these categories, making sure they're accurate, they have relationships between them, that properties can be automatically categorized, and then combine that with just being a really big company, lots of teams, dependencies, coordination. First, they would have done a ton of research and design and testing to validate if this idea was even worth pursuing. They would have come up with multiple designs and solutions based on different requirements. Once they settled on a particular product and design, they would get engineering and data scientists and architects involved to figure out how long things would take to build, how they would build them, and if it was even feasible. I can almost guarantee there would be a ton of teams involved across different time zones. So a lot of coordination and potential dependencies. Then you need to coordinate marketing and branding. Anyway, if someone can actually explain the technical details or technical challenges and complexity with building something like this, please ditch this.